An all-candidates forum at UNBC showed two sides to the close race between the two prevailing parties last night. While the debate was controlled for candidates from the Prince George-Mackenzie riding, it turned scrappy in the contest for Prince George-Mackenzie.
The tone of the forum was cordial for the first riding, being that of Prince George-Mackenzie, with the candidates sticking closely to the party lines, even when candidates were able to ask another appointed question. In the case of the Liberal candidate for Prince George-Mackenzie, asking the NDP about the party's plans to freeze capital spending.
If every project that's been announced, whether it's been tendered or contracted, is not going to be frozen, what exactly are we freezing?
Well, in terms of, again, it goes back to the commitment aspect. And so if there's contracts that have been signed and so commitments have been made, that's the intent.
The debate turned more aggressive with the riding of Prince George-Mackenzie.
Government was defending
our government is for creating jobs in British
CBC
Columbia.
Radio, Mr.
Our government is for creating jobs in Northern BC for British Columbians. That's why we're pushing the resource industry. That's why we're pushing mining. That's why we're pushing the oil and gas industry.
That's what I'm asking you.
One interesting turn took place when each of the candidates was asked what cabinet posting they would prefer if given the option.
I have to admit that I love the transportation portfolio. I think it's relevant for the North. It is an opportunity to build and create and add infrastructure.
I really think in the process of campaigning, one of the things that I've found is I've had to actually learn an entirely new language around the language of resources in the resource sector.
I would want education, to tell you the truth, which is funny coming from a conservative. I'm sure that doesn't sound very proper.
Health, because I've been in the system for 20 years. I've worked in Prince George for 12 years, but I also worked for an organization called Providence Healthcare in Vancouver.
Well, my background is in law enforcement at the senior management level, and I would certainly enjoy the opportunity to become the Solicitor General or Justice Minister, whatever that might take.
If I was given the opportunity to be a cabinet minister, I think I would want to be a Minister for Northern Development, because I think that's what we need for the North.
I would like to be the Ministry of Mines, Energy, and Housing. And because it all relates to this particular area.
People that have mental health and addiction issues, the ones that need help in the healthcare system, they're all being forgotten right now.
The forums will be broadcast this weekend, with the Prince George-Mackenzie airing Saturday at 6 and 11 and the Prince George-Mackenzie debate airing Sunday at the same times. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.